Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Serenix, and I'm here to bring you another reaction of Sonic Frontiers and some more information about Cyberspace. Now, it was some things that we'll talk about. Like I know Sega said they heard us about the game, or like the length of the stages being too short. I'm glad they hear us from that, and I understand why the premieres when IGN being posted for Sonic Frontiers, how the quality been like poor, because when I saw Sam Procrastination, he said that from others that they did not know that the premiere on YouTube end was bugging out. Like it dropped the quality mad hard. So that's probably the reason why, you know, how every time IGN premiere their stuff, it was like that. So it was on YouTube end. Also, after this video, I have to tell y'all something that really surprised me. So without further ado, let's get it.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Mitchell Saltzman here with our very last feature for IGN First, featuring Sonic Frontiers. And this one's going to be a little looser, a little more casual. I've played 4 hours of Sonic Frontiers at this point, and now that all the embargoes are up and I'm able to talk about everything.
Oh, and if my voice is low in the game and on quality and the audio is high, or the audio is low and my voice is high, I still try to make that work. So bear with me.
Under restricted, I wanted to answer some questions based on the 4 hours I played. So let's hit that title card and we'll jump
11 minutes, let's go. Your questions answered. Ooh.
Before we start proper though, I've got to give a bit of a fair warning. It's been more than a month since I had my last play session with Sonic Frontiers. I last played it in the middle of May, if you can believe it. So it's going off of what is no doubt an older build, but I'm also going off of memories that are a little bit dated. So, you know, just understand that things could change and my memory of smaller details might not be 100%.
Okay.
So, you know, just keep that in mind.
You better wrote down everything.
With probably the most commonly asked questions, I'm gonna just group a bunch of these together and talk about
yo. No more, yo. Don't get me wrong. For me, I first season was okay, but the stages was linear as hell. Like the only time it would be like 1 or 2 stages from the modern stages that is long. For the custom stages, pretty a good 2 minutes above the modern, how the modern stages were. So it was alright, but nah, like how the hell you release a demo but the damn demo was actually the whole fucking stage? Nah.
Cyberspace. What I think I'm going to do is talk about this generally first before addressing specific questions about Cyberspace. I got to play 4 levels. You see 2 of them in that Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, which was
one of them
somewhat of a Green Hill.
Green Hill Zone, and that's actually the very first.
The other one kind of like an Empire City kind of vibe.
Jump into Sonic Frontiers. There's an opening cutscene, and then you get thrown into Cyberworld, and you do that Green Hill Zone.
And we were outside the Sky Sanctuary kind of one, so that's 3.
Is the Highway Zone that you see, which is probably like my favorite one.
Yeah, this one, I like the design. It's dope.
Awesome. There was
the design kind of reminded of Empire City for Sonic Unleashed and Speed Highway on level 3 from Sonic Adventure. Love it.
One that was modeled after Chemical Plant Zone. And then there was one that was kind of like a Sky Temple. I don't really remember if it was based off of.
I really don't see it as a chemical plant, but it was like a remake. That's cool.
You know, it's been a little while since I played some of the older 3D Sonic games. So to answer the question from Flame Kit Fox about the length of the Cyberspace levels,
please tell me
they felt a bit short.
Oh no!
I say that because I believe I beat most, if not all of them, within 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
like
fuck.
First try. And you know, usually these 3D Sonic levels, they focus on different beats. You go from a really fast boost section to a 2D section, and then back to a 3D section. Whereas the levels in Sonic Frontiers felt pretty focused on 1 or 2 things. You would start off, it would be a boost focused section, then you'd go onto a rail, and then you'd go onto like a little platforming bit until you're back into a boost section, and then you get to the end of the level. So they felt shorter, but I don't really mean that in a negative way. I think they were actually just long enough where I wanted to keep on retrying them so I can get those goals. I mentioned this also in my preview. Every level has 5 goals, and every time you achieve a goal, you get a vault key, which allows you to unlock the Chaos Emeralds. So I played 4 hours of Sonic Frontiers, but honestly, most of that time was kind of spent in cyberspace because I'm the kind of person when I play a Sonic game where I wanna strive for those S ranks. I wanna strive.
Yeah,
for, like,
that's how Sonic Unleashed
I
is.
would keep on retrying until I get like the level down pat. To me, that's the most fun I have when I play a Sonic game. It's that feeling of mastering a level and getting through it without slowing down. So I really strove to kind of get that experience every time I played one of these cyberspace levels. So for me, I actually kind of like the shorter length, especially when consider the fact that it's not the full game. The cyberspace is not the whole game.
Yeah,
it's
really
this
not.
Mix of the open zone exploration, everything that they can do there, along with these cyberspace levels. So
Yeah, so it's kind of like how Unleash is when in terms of you got the hub world, then you got the well, you go in the hub world. Well, the hub worlds, you have the main stages in the daytime, but within the hub world, and you got stuff the puzzles to get in to unlock the other missions within that day stage. You get different stages, but it's like some can be short, but the main one can be a good probably like 6 to 8 minutes on gameplay. But I see where you coming from, because if you really think about it, if he was really concerned, he would have been disappointed. He'd be like, it's just like forces. He would have said it was just like forces in terms of level. Probably ain't linear, but it's probably just short. But he didn't say that, so hope.
So yeah, in short, the levels are short, but I also don't think it's a huge problem. And then as for the second part of this question, are they closer to those of Unleashed, Generations, or Forces? I guess it's more similar to Unleashed and Generations because of the fact that there's no wisps. There's no wisps. Wisps is still a very hard word for me to say.
I mean,
it's just kind of purely focused on that modern boost.
Generations didn't really have, well.
As for the 2D sections, actually,
Yeah, Generations. Like, I know what they talk about. Generations really didn't have wisps in some stages. No, because Planet Wisp there was the only time you had to use. I don't know. Been a long time since I played Gens.
I didn't get to play it, but my colleague Jeffrey Vega, who played about 2 hours of the game, he went a different way in the open zone and ended up finding a cyberspace level that I didn't find. And he said that it was entirely 2D focused. So I think they're gonna mix it up a good amount with the cyberspace levels in this game.
Oh, I see
Another
people
thing
getting
that
pissed
a
off
lot
already.
of people really wanted to know about is momentum, and I feel a little bad about this one because I honestly didn't really think about it. Sonic's control felt fine to me. At the very least, it wasn't noticeably different from other boost-centric Sonic games.
And I did saw that like news like a couple weeks ago. They said that I think Tails Channel had said something about it, that whenever you get to a certain point of the game, you can increase your speed or whatever, like from the skill tree or whatever. And if I'm not mistaken, he did say something about there up to like 5 different changes you can do within your speed or whatever. It's something like that, but I know it was confirmed from that. So people want to start whining, so you can make up your own damn shit. If you don't got the momentum to change your damn self, bro, I stop.
Especially in the cyberspace levels. It's true that it doesn't really matter what speed Sonic hits a rail
really
at.
don't.
He'll still grind it all the same, but I also don't necessarily think that's a bad thing.
Not really.
Now, there were definitely some weird moments, like I mentioned in the preview, where I was fighting the Asura boss, and I would run up the arm, and despite feeling like I should have enough momentum to reach the head, I would kind of just fly upwards and not have enough forward momentum to lock onto the head, and I would just kind of, fall back down to the ground. But to me, that felt more like an issue with the boss itself rather than an overall problem with momentum. I wish I had a better answer for you than, the momentum didn't really bother me all that much, or, it feels very similar to other 3D boost-centric Sonic games, but, that's kind of where I'm at with momentum right now. Those were the 2 big ones that kept coming up, so I kind of wanted to group them all together. But now let's look at some more targeted questions. Lone Speedster DX asked, How does the combat work in Frontiers? The starting combo seems to be that punch and kick string, but how do any of the special attacks work? So the way it works is that when you homing attack onto something, you'll do the little punch kick combo, and then on the last hit, you'll kind of kick yourself away and you'll come back down to the ground. There are a couple of upgrades that you can get in the skill tree that add some sort of new attack to the end of that string. So that's where you see like this
That
move,
animation need to be
this
fixed.
move.
I think it is.
And this is one of those things.
At Universal Orlando,
Oh, no.
we're testing the limits
watch
of
this.
vacation thrills. Magical creatures. By flying motorbike.
Things
No
where like,
ads.
don't quote me on this because again I played this a month and a half ago, but I think that there is a combo counter. I think you get rewarded with like a certain kind of power up mode if you do a bunch of hits without getting hit. So there is a reward for being careful with regards to knowing when to lay off your attack and when the opponent is about to strike back. You can use a dodge to get out of the way. Dodges are on the
parry.
L1 and R1 buttons, so you can just quickly get out of the way if something's about to attack you. You can use parries, you can lock on. Another one of the abilities that you can get is that kick attack. You can see right here where you kick a bunch of sound waves and it looks really awesome. That's generally how combat works. It's not, this isn't Devil May Cry. I think the real test for the combat of this game will be enemy variety.
Yeah, I can see that.
There were a handful of enemies that all were a bit different, and I had to fight them a little bit differently in order to defeat them. But it's really going to be a matter of if they can keep on introducing new enemy types that keep having new and interesting ways to deal with them. And I think that's going to be the real test of whether combat is going to be exciting in the open world. Open zone. What does collecting those little rock guys do? Asked Vincent_mate. So collecting those little rock guys, it's kind of like Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild, where like you solve a really simple puzzle, you find a Korok seed. You do the same thing in Sonic Frontiers. And what they do is that somewhere on the island is like this elder rock guy. And if you get enough little rock guys, I wish I could remember the name for them right now. I'm sorry, again,
I think so with an E. My mistake.
If you get enough of those little rock guys and you bring them back to the Elder, he will either upgrade your speed or upgrade your maximum rings that you can carry.
Okay.
And you may be like, well, I understand, why I would want to upgrade my speed, obviously, but why would I want to upgrade my maximum rings? When you get hit in Sonic Frontiers, you don't just drop all your rings. You drop 40 rings. It's a set amount every time. And if you're able to collect 400 rings, I believe the cutoff is 400 rings.
Okay.
You're able to activate this like super blue boost that envelops Sonic in like this awesome blue aura. He's able to go even faster on his boosts, and he goes extremely fast. If you thought that Sonic Frontiers isn't fast enough, just trust me. It's once you get this blue boost, he moves plenty fast.
Basically, he's saying, shut the hell up. It just... let me stop.
And I wish I had footage of it because it was one of the cooler things that I got to experience in my playtime. Sonic Rich says, in your first 4 hours playing Frontiers, were you given the freedom to explore the first Starfall Island from the get-go, or were there points where you strictly had to follow the story path? No, you're pretty much able to go wherever you want when you first land on Starfall Island. Obviously, there is a main quest that you are constantly reminded of.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
You're able to just go off in a direction. There's a bunch of puzzles to solve to open up your map.
It's an open zone for a reason.
Will tell you where Chaos Emeralds are. You'll be able to find more puzzles to open up more of the map. So there's actually a lot to do in the open zone. There's a bunch of collectibles to find, the aforementioned rock guys that you can grab. It doesn't really funnel you towards a certain path. You're kind of free to take on that critical path whenever you want. Alright, lightning round time. Let's do a bunch of them really quick. Was there any form of spin dash or rolling, albeit in his base moveset or the skill tree? No, but there is a drop dash. Was the light speed dash present at all? Yes. Is there a Chow Garden or at least Chow in the game? I can't speak for the whole game, but in the 4 hours that I played, not a single Chow was seen. From what I played, how was the music? It was good. One of the first things that me and Jeffrey talked about when we got out of our demo was how much we enjoyed the music. So it's not, it's not Crush 40, but it's very fitting. And
Hey. I love Crush 40 more than the next person. But that last trailer for the minute they read, what? Bro. Ooh, bro. Dope song. If they got something in store for us like that, bro, say no more, bro.
And you know, it sounds nice in my ears. Alright, well, that is going to do it for me, and that is going to do it for our IGN first of the month of June for Sonic Frontiers. Thank you all
I
so
forgot.
much for watching. Of course, if you missed
July.
any of our coverage, we've got a full hands-on preview. We've got an interview with director Kishimoto-san, an interview with Izuka-san, the head of Sonic Team, and over on IGN.com, we have a written interview with Ian Flynn, the writer of Sonic Frontiers. Thanks again for watching, and for everything else, keep it here on IGN.
Okay. So my thing is, I'm gonna keep this short. So I've been on a hype train since the first trailer. All the way till then, I still been on a hype trailer. I was right when the first trailer dropped. It was the little shrine looking things with the circle. I was right that it was an asset straight to the actual zone. So I'm happy about it. Like, the fact that that's happening, that is dope. The music slaps. If you've not seen the mini direct they had there from Nintendo, that was dope. I was hoping he gonna say at least 4 to 5 minutes for the cyberspace, but at the same time he said going by what his memory is. So the only thing we just have to do is just wait. But I know people on Twitter, it's like forces, but it's just a little minute extra. Like, we don't know yet. And plus, the cyberspace levels isn't, for me, looking at it now, it's not like the main focus, since you got not just Starfall Island, we got other islands that we have not discovered yet. Plus, the island is huge. So the fact that it got multiple cyberspace levels, and it like, even if it do be short, if it be short or not, we can't really be mad because we got a whole entire island to explore, a whole type of enemies to explore, story mode to explore, side missions to explore. We got fishing with beheaded cat. Like, there's a lot to do. So we really can't be mad about that, you know. Another thing. I wanted to say this to end it off because I'm really excited. There's nothing for me to say. Cause I'm really excited about this. Now when he talked, before he said with colors, I might be wrong by this. Not colors, but generations and colors. I mean, if you really think about it, I understand what he talked about with colors. It really don't. I don't see no reason why colors. They ask that question with colors in it. No, I understand why he put gens in it, cause I think in terms of stages wise, I probably was misunderstanding when I was thinking, oh, gens got wisp in it, so it's like not really, cause it's only had it within, you know, the colors stage. I don't know. I'm overthinking it, but one thing I want to say, the new character Sage, bruh, this I look dope. But one thing that caught my attention was, right, that Sonic, the first, like, for me, I thought Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic the Black Knights was not canon. So therefore Sonic first antagonist, if she is, Sage will be the first antagonist that Sonic has fought. But I was told on Twitter, and I had to confirm it by my friend, Sonic and Secret Rings and Sonic the Black Knights is canon, because they mentioned it in colors and generation, I guess. And somebody did Sonic Adventure 2, but Sonic Adventure 2 came out Sonic and Black Knight came out in 2009. Adventure 2 came out way before that. So you gotta count right after or right there on 2009. So if it is canon, that means Marlena, I think that's her name, the Dark Queen for Sonic the Black Knights, she was actually Sonic's first antagonist in the game. If we going canon wise, I don't know. That's what they said. So if that's true, that means Marlena was the first that Sonic had fought in over 13 years now. Because if you count 2009 up until now, if Sage is an antagonist, because she warned Sonic to leave, so she could either be a friend or foe. But if she's a foe, that means in 13 years it been Sage will be Sonic's second female antagonist that he had ever fought. And that's fucking crazy because we have not had any female antagonists in a long time. Now some people did say that, oh, that girl from Sonic Lost Worlds. I get what you're saying, but the thing about it, she wasn't the main focus. Cause it was like, oh, who was the main villain in Sonic Lost Worlds? You can't say Xena. I think Xena or Xena. You can't say, oh, it's her, because it wasn't true. It really wasn't true. She wasn't the main focus. You had to defeat her along with other 5 members, but she wasn't the main focus. She wasn't the main villain. So if things go as how Merlina, the Dark Queen, was in Black Knights from Sage, then yes, this will confirm that over 13 years, she will be the next female antagonist. Bro, what? But yeah, that's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. My impressions is I'm still gonna get it. Getting on the PS5 and I'm getting it on PC. Say less. Oh my god. Hopefully they drop the music and hopefully they drop a demo. But other than that, I'm not pressuring. I'm not. I cannot wait. The story. Oh my god. But yes, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys like this reaction. And yeah, I see you guys next time. Peace. Ooh, I cannot wait for Sonic Frontier.